It's time to meet Serena, your AI mental health counselor. Available now for a free trial.
Would I be the asshole for suing my DIL? Edit. They aren't married. Referring to her as DIL is just easier for the sake of storytelling. Our son and DIL, 26 yo, have been together for 2 years and live together. We've always thought she, a very nice girl, and she seems to make my son happy, so no problem from us. Our son has his own law firm that he's currently trying to get started. We're very proud of him, and we're fortunate enough to help him with a startup loan. DIL works a retail job, that she's very happy with. Some time ago husband and I were over at their apartment and we decided to order some food. Husband and I wanted to pay, and since DIL were ordering from her phone we gave her our card so she could draw the money from our account. We thought it goes without saying this was to draw an amount once, for the lunch. However, DIL apparently put our card into her Apple Pay, and have been using it since. We didn't notice for some months but recently saw withdrawals we didn't recognize. We had our accountant look into it, and he discovered that 1. DIL has been using our card on her phone and that 2. She spent around $17K. We were quite shocked and called her up and asked why the hell she's been using our card. She got very defensive, tries to deny it and eventually said she was entitled to it, and why do we care since we haven't noticed her use over 4 months. We told her she needed to pay us back immediately or we'd report her actions for theft. She apparently doesn't have the money to pay us back. We've gone to our son and he's offered to pay us back even though he actually cannot afford to. This isn't about the money for us, but more about the fact that she's stolen a huge amount of money. While we are comfortable and it took us time to notice, we still recognize the seriousness of stealing $17. Our son has completely dismissed her behavior and excused it as her being stressed. She's taken no responsibility, and we're honestly wanting to go forward with the police report to teach her consequences to her actions. Would we be the asshole for doing this? And #X200B. Not the asshole. 17K in theft is 17K in theft. Inexcusable behavior on her part. Don't sue, just report her to the cops. Not the asshole. Your credit card will only reverse the charges if you file police report. And #X200B. Edit. Your son should make certain he is on solid birth control. I do not see this marriage lasting. If he is a lawyer, how can he tolerate a wife who steals? I work in law enforcement. If you report this to the police they will take a report and forward charges to the DA. Usually then the credit card cancels the debit portion as fraudulent. If you just chose to sue her civilly you will still be liable for the debt, and even if you get a judgment she may not pay it. I wouldn't give her any special pass to avoid criminal charges. Not the asshole. She doesn't think stealing $17K is an issue and she's entitled to it? Let the police convince her otherwise. Am I the asshole for how I responded to my sister pregnancy announcement? IF, 18. Have a sister F, 38, who we will call K, for privacy reasons. K has 4 children with her husband, 3 female, 8 female, 2 female, 11 female. K is a stay-at-home mom, and her husband works in air conditioning. K and her husband came over with their kids on his time off to tell us something. She said that they are pregnant with their 5th child. My mom was overjoyed. And I wasn't really paying attention. I was focusing on the TV. Then my sister says, "So what do you think about the news?" I said, "Cool, awesome." Then my sister says, "Just cool, you don't seem that excited for me." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do? Jump up and down and scream my head off? I can see if this was like your first child that you were expecting, like a first-time mother moment. You got 4 kids and on your 5th pregnancy by this time you get used to it. Was this baby really hard to conceive? Like, was it hard to get pregnant?" And Kay said, "No, it just happened. I took the test a week ago." And I said, "Okay then, so at a certain point after find number 3 people reaction is not going to be that enthusiastic as if was you were expecting with your first." Kay said, "I thought you will be happy for me." And I was like, "I am, but it's not that expecting for me since you've been pregnant before." She got mad and left with her husband and kids and did not stay for dinner. My mom thinks I should apologize to Kay for not be excited about her pregnancy announcing. So Reddit am I. Edit. I just want to clarify that this 5th baby was not a baby that was hard to conceive, or they had been trying and wanting a 5th baby. It just happened. And #X200B. Edit 2. I have been finically supporting her other kids, giving her money and food constantly and babysitting her kids so she can go out every weekend to hang out with friends. I did not add it to my original post because that was not what I was focusing on. I wanted opinions on my reaction to the announcement, not me finically supporting her kids. I could have added that, but I did not to go over the character limit. That's why I made an update on my profile. Sorry for the confusion. And #X200B. And #X200B. Not the asshole. I think it's weird people expect a big deal to be made of it. Cool, you had sex and now you're cooking baby number 5, whatever. Good lord. Why is it such a terrible burden to be happy about the things that make someone you love happy? Are only firstborn children worth celebrating? Is a child less valuable because their mother doesn't struggle with infertility? You're NTA for not being overly effusive. But your speech about why this baby is no big deal to you puts you in "you are the asshole" territory. I'm going with not the asshole. You are 19, and they are on their 5th kid. Who would expect a teenager to be overly joyous at this point? You told her that you were happy and that it should have been good enough. I don't know why people think others should be jumping through the roof at this point. Especially, someone your age. Am I the asshole for re-gifting my boyfriend's Christmas present, $1,300 laptop, to my sister? I, 23F, love my boyfriend, 24M, and have been dating him for about 2 years. He has always been really supportive, and our relationship is great, so when it came time for Christmas, I wanted to get him something really special. He has been complaining about his laptop for a while and has expressed the desire to upgrade to a newer model. I decided I would surprise him with a brand new laptop for Christmas. I wanted to get him the best laptop I could, so for the weeks leading up to Christmas, when he'd complain about his laptop, I'd take these opportunities to casually ask him which laptop he liked, what he wanted in a new laptop, and so on. The main problem he had with his laptop was the speed. So, I thought it would be fitting to get him the same model that he had, MacBook Pro, just the latest version. Now, I'm not a tech person. I don't know the first thing about RAM, SSD, etc. I just assumed a $1,300 laptop would be more than enough for his needs. So I bought the laptop, without doing any more research into it. Christmas Day came and I gave my boyfriend the laptop. He was so excited, until he saw the specs. When he saw that the laptop had 8 GB of RAM, he was really disappointed because he couldn't get his work done on such a slow machine. He was adamant that he needed something with more RAM. This turned into a full-blown argument. I tried to explain to him that I had done my best and spent a lot of money on the laptop, so he should appreciate it, but he wasn't having it. He said he would rather return the laptop and get the one he wanted. At this point, I was really hurt and upset. I had gone out of my way to get him a really nice present, and I felt like he didn't appreciate it at all. Yes, I could return it, and get him the one he wanted, but I had already spent a lot of money. The fact that he wasn't even willing to give it a chance made me really frustrated. So long story short, I decided to re-gift the laptop to my sister, 19F. She's a college student, and I know she could really use a laptop like this. I know it may sound selfish, but I didn't think it was fair that he didn't appreciate my gift, and I wanted to make sure the laptop went to someone that would actually appreciate it. My boyfriend is, to put it bluntly, pissed. He does not understand why I wouldn't just return it and get him the one he wanted, and cannot believe I would do something so selfish when I know how much he needs a new laptop. I feel kinda bad, but at the same time, this wasn't cheap for me, and a little appreciation would have been nice. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. Your boyfriend sounds like he was appreciative of your gift, but he needed a machine that can do what he needs it to. That's the risk of getting a laptop or something similar, cars etc., without the involvement of the person you're buying it for. The correct action would have been returning the laptop and allowing him to put the money towards a machine that fits his needs. Not to mention, once you gift something it doesn't belong to you anymore. It was his laptop and you took it to gift to your sister. Am I the asshole for skipping New Year's Eve at my child-free sister's? Last week I hosted Christmas for my family. I, 33M, have a 2-year with my wife. Every year it's at my sister, parents, or my house and it rotates every year. One of us hosts Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. In the last year my sister, who is vocally child-free, got a dog. I love my sister, but we are very much opposites. When I had my kid it changed our relationship a bit. She tolerates, her words, my son. She has never watched him, I've also never asked. My son is present at all family functions, this annoys my sister. My sister has turned into your classic dog mom. World revolves around the dog type. I do not own dogs, and really don't want to be around them. I don't want them in my house. Well, my sister wanted to bring her dog to Christmas, and I said no. It's well trained and overall okay for a dog. I just didn't want it at my house, or even my yard. She complied and left it alone but was not happy about and let me know that several times. The day before New Year's Eve, she told me kids weren't welcome at her house. I was taken back by this and asked why. She just said alcohol would be present, we all drink and family friends also come to this party, and just said it wouldn't be appropriate for a 2-year-old to be present. My wife and I had planned to only stay till 10 anyway and then would go home because our kid. We reconsidered and opted to not go at all and respected my sister's wishes by keeping the kid at home. I let her know a half hour before the party started. Wife and I treated it like any other night, we didn't even stay up till midnight. By 11, I noticed missed calls from her, and didn't answer. Fell asleep while texts started coming in. Calling me an asshole. Calling me a dog hater. Saying it was rude I didn't come to the party. Said it was bullshit that she got my kid a Christmas present but didn't get her dog anything. The list went on, she was clearly drunk. I tried to call her, she didn't answer and got a text. I'm not answering, asshole, so am I the asshole here? Said it was bullshit that she got my kid a Christmas present but didn't get her dog anything. I know this must have been super unpleasant to deal with, but it cracked me up. Your sister sounds difficult. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I say this as a kid and dog lover. She was testing you and wanted you to protest when she said that her nephew wasn't welcome. You didn't take the bait and she ironically threw a toddler-sized tantrum. Good for you and your wife for not arguing, complying, and staying home. The only misstep is that you called her back, should have just ignored it. I would leave it alone. This is a her problem, not a you problem, and no, you didn't need to get her dog a gift. I rolled my eyes at that one. Lol.